Okay.
skip a meal to eat protein. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you said
When I
skip a
say-
meal to eat protein.
I mean exactly. What does protein? Because I hear that all the time. Eat protein. What does protein work with you to lose weight?
Okay, that's a great question. So let me go cover that though. So this is pretty much the main thing. Most women don't eat enough protein. So yes, and the average woman pretty much loses 3 to 4 pounds of muscle a year, starting in her early 20s. So also with the protein actually takes energy to go and break down. So pretty much one of the fastest ways you can pretty much be able to build more muscle and burn more fat is to increase your protein intake. So every meal should have protein, green leafy vegetables, and healthy fats. Every meal should have that. So yeah, so like myself, like what do I do? Because I realized that if I can't track my client's diet, it doesn't really matter how much they work out. They're not going to get in the best shape. So this is why pretty much my online clients are doing better, because I can track everything that they do. So I get to see, in real time what they ate. I get to see all that. I see their macros, their calories. I can make sure they're actually hitting the right numbers. So yeah, so pretty much, because before when I was training clients only one-on-one, me seeing a person like once, twice a week and asking them what they ate, most times, they're pretty much not going to tell me the truth. Or sometimes I have clients and they're like, they'll only take pictures of the healthy food. I'm like, man, show me everything. So people are not going to tell you the truth. But it's important so I can just see in real time. But definitely, protein is so crucial. And a lot of times people want to be, they pretty much want to not eat meat though. But once again, if you're not eating meat, you gotta really know what you're doing. Otherwise, you actually are going to cause more problems. So people, pretty much they want to go vegan, and you can if you know what you're doing, but otherwise, it causes more problems, because meat also has different health properties coming out to your muscles, your tendons, all that stuff though, but you gotta know what you're doing, so, but yeah, but most of the time, most women don't eat enough protein, and then when they pretty much eat protein, they're pretty much, just eating all at once, they're stretching their stomach out, causing other problems. So yeah, so you can get protein a few different ways. I would say like how, if you pretty much don't like to eat breakfast, you could have something, like a nice little protein shake. I would say my favorite protein shake, protein period for women to have, to come down to a shake, is plant-based protein. Because whey protein actually does get in your body faster, but whey protein, it has those other harsh chemicals in it. So, and then, yeah, so pretty much plant-based is actually better for you. But if you're actually buying a protein shake, you want to get one, I say, that has at least about between 15 to 20 grams of protein, and it has less than 4 grams of sugar, and it has less than 4 grams of fat. So that's a pretty good ratio that you can pretty much have. And if you can find some that actually that has fiber, so what it does is fiber actually helps you feel more full. So one tip that a person could do is if you actually get about 30 grams of fiber, that's going to help you feel more full, and that's equal to a person being on a restricted diet. But most people, they're pretty much they're eating like they're drinking all this juice. So if you're drinking all this juice though, and it has no fiber, it's going to go through you, and it has all this sugar, so it'll give you a sugar rush. So yes, if you pretty much eat fruit, it's best to eat the whole fruit. If you eat an apple, if you eat an orange, eat that, and you can also just eat grapes though, but you gotta make sure that you just follow, the portion method, which is just eating pretty much like a handful. So if you don't watch it, you'll pretty much eat too much. People, they'll pretty much eat raisins. Raisins, pretty much has more sugar, and then you gotta eat so many because they took out all the fiber. So you want stuff that has a lot of fiber, and the more simpler, the better. But definitely, protein is crucial, and especially when you're pretty much trying to build that body of your dreams. If you're not getting enough protein, the average person does this. The average woman, period, she prioritizes, walking. Walking has its purpose, and walking is fun. Walking is relaxing, but walking is not going to get you the body that you want. So pretty much, but people do the easiest stuff. So it has its purpose, but if you really want to get your body to change, you got to put more muscle on your body, because you want to have it that your body actually burns fat even when you're not working out. That's really the main secret. If you actually have more muscle, your body's gonna burn fat even when you're you're sitting down, you're doing regular tasks. So that's the secret. But once again, that requires work that most people don't want to do. Or I notice that a lot of times when people though, the women, they'll just have just the 3-pound waist, the 5-pound waist, and they want just the easiest stuff because they think that, man, if I lift heavy weights, or if I do a lot of strength training, I'm gonna look like a man. But that's actually one of the other biggest myths. The women who pretty much look like a man, those are women who are taking special hormone enhancements. They're taking special drugs because the average woman that actually works out, she has more curves. So pretty much having a muscle makes the breasts sit up better, it makes the butt fuller, it tones your body. But definitely you want to have it that your body burns more calories when you're not working out. So that's the best way, is to prioritize strength training. Depending on the person's age and then their level of mobility, I would pretty much prescribe a program for them. I have them go and pretty much fill out my application, and then I pretty much once I have enough information about you, then I pretty much prescribe a program for you, and I pretty much just make sure that you do it. Just like even with my client Rochelle, each client is different, so I have different habits I actually have them to focus on. So with her, the habits that she actually has to do is she has to go and pretty much detox before she go to bed. We come down to her not watching TV or being on her phone, so she can pretty much have her mind to be able to relax, because that blue light actually keeps you up. So I have her to go and detox before bed. I have her also to be able to go and pretty much make her own meals. So it's important too, because a lot of times when you're going to different restaurants, you think, oh man, this food's so good. Guess what? The restaurant is using the cheapest oil possible so they can stretch it and make more money, and you wonder why you keep gaining weight. They're using the cheapest stuff possible. They're putting in preservatives. So so you're better off cooking your food, and then eating canned food is actually bad for you too. They put stuff in it to make it last a long time. So but definitely more protein will help you a lot, but just more leaner proteins. Definitely if you're pretty much buying meat in the store, especially if you're buying ham or turkey, you want to pretty much buy the one that says no nitrates and no artificial ingredients. So make sure that it says that. But the more simple the better. So more protein but definitely will help you. And yes, you have any other questions? Hey ladies, pay attention. Are you tired of not looking and feeling your best because you have not found out a way to stay consistent with your diet and exercise because you hate that work schedule, trying to climb the corporate ladder? It's not your fault, ladies. The system I want to teach you about, online training, it's not about working with you on Zoom, doing virtual training. No, ladies, that's not going to work long term. I developed a system where I can actually give my clients a customized meal plan and workout plan made just for them to help them accomplish their fitness goals, while I can make sure that they do it every day in real time. I learned that if I can't actually track my clients' diet, it doesn't really matter how much they work out. They're not going to get in great shape. This is why my online clients are getting in shape better than the one-on-one clients that I had. Tell you what, based on your goal of you wanting to stay consistent and motivated long term, I might be able to help you. The next step is for you to fill out the application. It takes 5 to 10 minutes, and I will review your application and send you a personalized video showing what I believe would be good to help you. And one more thing, this is not a cheap cookie cutter program. This is made for my clients' specific needs and lifestyle. So if you're lazy, don't even fill out the application.
What is the daily intake for?
Actually, it depends on the person and also depends on their lifestyle. So pretty much, if it's a person who's pretty much like sitting around and they're not doing no kind of training at all, they would need like a little bit less. I would say like 0.5 grams per pound that they actually weigh. A person who's actually doing more type of stuff and they're actually trying to build the muscle, I would say around 0.8. But usually a good general rule with most women is around like 100 grams. 100 grams would be good, because it's important to be able to, when you're pretty much working out, so that's good, but it comes down to everything that you're doing outside of the gym. So if your body's not healing, rebuilding, and growing, you're actually making the muscle weaker. So that's the other thing that a lot of people have wrong. So they're doing, let's say that they did everything right in the gym, but if you're not allowing your body to heal, rebuild, and grow, you're just in the gym for just to smell the funk. you know, pretty much you're not getting nothing out of your body. It's not healing. So pretty much diet is about 80% of it. 80% about diet, about a good 10% is like how you train. Other 10 is like how you rest and pretty much recover. So yes. And pretty much, I tell people like the average person, average person works about 40, 50 hours a week, you know, so I get it, so that's a lot. I said average person works about 38 hours a week, and it's 168 hours in a week. So, you know, so pretty much you spending, you know, an hour or even 30 minutes 3 times a week, the most important thing is frequency. So even if I tell people be wanting to go ham, oh, I want to work out for, 5 days a week, okay, once you work on being consistent for 2 or 3 days, it's more important to be consistent and being consistent and pretty much just sticking to a program long term for months at a time. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, in the beginning, people want to just do a lot so much, but if you can't maintain it, most of my clients, I train them 3 days a week. They give them time that they can take care of their family, do different stuff, work, and you gotta get your body used to this lifestyle, especially training on a professional level. So you want to ease your way on to it, and don't do too much too soon. But you gotta be consistent, and then you gotta pretty much just prioritize your health to do something. Otherwise, then like how it's going to get worse. So that's why every person say, man, I asked them, how long has it been since you actually been in the best shape of your life? They say, well, 10 years, 5 years. It takes some time for you to go and change those habits. It's not going to just happen overnight, but definitely, but out of everybody, women are having the most surgery out of everybody. And yeah, and then it's killing them. And then it's sad. Like a lot of moms are pretty much losing, their life because they pretty much wanted something quick. They didn't want to put the work in. And they're leaving, their kids and family behind, all for just wanting instant attention and not wanting to go and just work on themselves, But the best thing about fitness, though, it actually makes you tougher. So you pretty much have more energy to get more things done. People give you more respect. That's the other thing people don't realize, though. When a person is actually fit, people give you more respect. A lot of times, just like our pastor was saying, when she actually was fitter, people was like quiet because they're like, man, oh my God, who she thinks she is? She more this and that, but they give her more respect, but they just, wouldn't tell her that. So, but that's just how people are because your success brings out their failure. So just by a person wanting to just put the effort in and do something, it's going to have people to be upset because they're not willing to do it. So yes, that's why it's a personal journey. But for the most part, people get upset by a person who's willing to do it. They want you to give up like them. Yep. Okay. You have a question?
How do you measure your food?
Okay. You can do it a few different ways. They actually have different scales you actually can go and buy. I have something, but it's come down to like a portion method where you can pretty much use the size of your palm for the size of your protein, and also I like to keep it simple. You can also use for your fat. You can use your thumb. You can use that though, and carbs would be pretty much the size of like your fist. That'd be that though, and also foods if I would have it. But pretty much, if you're eating fruits or nuts, just to have a handful. But most people eat too much. You eat too much though, be like, man, why is it that I can't lose weight? Because you're eating too many calories. You're eating too much. So really, just like I said that women shouldn't be eating more than men, so that's not, so yes, a woman should just eat only a certain amount. She shouldn't eat too much.
You said women shouldn't be eating more than men.
Yeah, so they shouldn't. It shouldn't, so, but yeah, I mean,
take some of these sisters out to dinner.
I mean, food is good and everything, but, so, yeah, you got a question?
Let you stay.
How much nuts should you eat a day?
Like a handful.
Just a day, just a handful of
Yes, a handful.
So split that handful up.
Yup.
For the last,
Yep, a handful. Mm-hmm.
I got on this meal program,
Uh-huh.
and they were sending me my, the package, where, and I started looking at the portion because it's all portion control.
Uh-huh.
And one day I decided to measure the amount.
Uh-huh.
And it was like about a fourth of a cup, maybe like with corn or potatoes or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Nothing never really got, and their thing with chicken tenders, where we cook chicken tenders, we're gonna eat 2 or 3. Just one chicken tender, about this size.
Wow.
then you get less than a fourth of a cup with the vegetables, you know.
Okay.
And I'm like, and I was on that, so till my program ran out. And so when I did go back to the doctor, I had lost like 6
Wow,
pounds,
ain't it
you know.
something?
But I'm like, normally looking at that, we like, no, we're gonna have 2 or 3 chicken tenders. We're gonna have a half a cup to a cup of mashed potatoes, you know.
Uh-huh.
And by me doing that now, I am controlling. I can see, you know, I do get full, and I'm like, that's too much, you know.
Yeah, there you go. So that's great. Oh, yeah, the other thing you can do too that can kind of help you though is I say just drink you a glass of water before your meal. So that can help you by doing that. Or then you can also have unlimited vegetables like spinach. You can eat as much of that as you want. So carrots. You can eat as much of that as you want. And I say if you could just switch over from regular potatoes to sweet potatoes, and then that'll help you a lot too. So that's good to help you lose weight and it's good for the body. But what I tell my clients is it's all about just switching out the bad foods, the foods that's healthy for you. But you gotta pretty much say, okay, it's foods that taste good, that's good for me that I can eat. But people believing that healthy foods taste terrible and it's bad for you. You just have to know what you're doing. And you have to pretty much just change your mind and be open-minded. Yep, okay, your question?
What's a good substitute for sugar?
Okay, raw unfiltered honey or stevia.
What about dates?
Dates, yeah, I mean actually dates is not as bad. Dates is not as bad. Oh, I say the fun. You can also have put in some cinnamon.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Cinnamon is good. What else I would say? Ginger is really good too. It has a whole bunch of properties to help you lose weight and tone your body. Yep. Oh yeah, I got something else too. Like last time, people like pasta a lot though. So you can go and switch from the regular white refined pasta to this pasta that's whole wheat. Or my favorite kind is the pasta that's made from chickpeas. Yep. Yeah. So pretty much, you can buy the pasta that's made from chickpeas. But yeah.
2 more minutes.
There's no problem. But yeah, so it's all about just knowing what to do and just being willing to do it and just stick to it so it actually becomes a lifestyle. So, but if you can't stick to it, nothing is going to help you. So, so you stick to it for longer periods of time and develop that discipline by pretty much doing it, and then just, regardless of whatever happens, life is going to come at you. Circumstances are going to happen, but you got to just say to yourself, okay, I'm all in. I'm gonna pretty much do whatever's required to achieve my goal. But if you're not willing to do what's required, you'll never be able to, accomplish your goal. Life is gonna keep coming at you. But to me, life coming at you is the way of seeing how bad do you really want. The problem is most people don't want it that bad. If you don't want it that bad, you're looking at anything that happens, you're gonna pretty much find an excuse not to do it. But yeah.
How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it?
Yep, okay.
Okay, let's give Solomon a hand.
Okay,
Thank
yep,
you.
yep.
I'll start. We got
Thank you.
assistant